I think Xbox Ones are still the best type of console to get in 2024 and are still 100% worth it. Now, let me explain, guys. Now, in today's video, obviously, as I said before, I'm going to be explaining the top 5 reasons why I think an Xbox is still worth it in 2024, that being the Xbox One, guys. Now, yes, a lot of you are probably thinking I'm really crazy, but obviously, it's also going to be a huge benefit to most gamers who obviously somehow may still play on the 360 or are still looking to get an Xbox but don't really want to spend, $500 to $750 on a console alone. Now, obviously, I can understand that is crazy expensive, and obviously, if you want to spend the money on the next gen, I would suggest go ahead. But if you want to, save some money and still get the best Xbox experience possible, listen to this video, guys, because today I'm going to be explaining the best top 5 reasons on why you should still get an Xbox One in 2024 and why I think it's still 100% worth it. Now, guys, if any of you are new here, if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss out on any great content like this at all. Now, guys, every single Tuesday and Friday, a new video drops on the channel, so make sure you smash that subscribe button, guys, because if you don't, I'll come to your house and find where you live and absolutely destroy your Xbox if you don't. I am not kidding, guys, I actually am. I can't actually do that. But anyways, another point of the video, now let's get straight into my number 5 reason on why you should think, or why an Xbox One is still worth it in 2024. Now, guys, obviously in no particular order, I'm going to be starting off with the budget. Now, an Xbox One is pretty cheap these days. You can find them across the Facebook marketplace. You can find them on eBay. You can find them at your local EB Games or your GameStop, depending if you're Australian or American, for very cheap, for like at least $200 to $150 to $100, all the way up to $250 at max, or even $300. They're all really cheap these days, and it's going to save you a lot of goddamn money if you just get an Xbox One over the Series X or X. Let me explain. I can't explain because I'm trying to say too many things at once, but let me just explain, first, you get my point, basically. So, Xbox Ones, you can still play all the next generation games. Obviously, you're not going to get the next generation specs, but, for $250 to $200 to $300, around that price range, you're still going to be able to play with your favorite Xbox games, no problem, because they're still releasing, obviously, on the Microsoft Store, the non-optimized versions for, obviously, the Xbox One. So, I like how Xbox have incorporated just, the Xbox One kind of like, saga to continue on to the next gen. So obviously you're still going to get those fresh updates to your console, and those tech updates. Obviously you're not going to get the next generation specs, but for $300 to $250, you're gonna, be still gonna be able to do that, no problem whatsoever. And my dogs are fighting in the background, so let me get up and stop it. Okay, there we go. Now they've stopped. But yeah, budget overall, it's cheap, it's affordable. You're going to be able to still play all your favorite Xbox games, no problem, because the Xbox One, the Xbox Series S and X are still all on the same type of platform, where you're going to be able to still play with your friends, no problem. If your friend can be on an Xbox Series X or an S, you'll still be able to play with them, so you don't actually have to spend $500 to $750 just to play with your friends. You only have to spend $250 to $300 just to play with your friends nowadays, and I think that's a great feature. Xbox have basically supported on bringing those Xbox One players and the people who don't want to spend too much money on board to the next kind of phase with Xbox. Now, guys, I'm going to be moving on to the next point on why an Xbox One I think is still worth it in 2024. Now, guys, obviously it's not a hint at all that you're going to lose your favorite specs. You're not going to be able to run 120 FPS or like at 4K. Well, you're still going to be able to run 4K. I don't know why I said that, but you're only going to really be able to cap at 60 FPS per second. But why is that really a loss? Well, it's not really a loss at all, because you're still going to get great specs with the Xbox One regardless. If you get the Xbox One S or an X, or just the extended Xbox One, you're still going to be able to run at 180p, no problem, on 60 FPS, not a problem. And there are little tricks you can make your Xbox One run at 120 FPS. Remember, that is on my YouTube channel, so go check that out if you want to learn how to do that, because I teach people actually how to do that in like my channel. The video just be linked up above. I'm just gonna cut it there because I'm kind of wagging on a bit, but yeah, the specs are still really pretty for the Xbox One. You're still gonna be able to have a great picture while you're gaming as well. You're gonna be able to have those favorite game moments. You're still gonna be able to have a decent graphics quality. You're gonna be paying less for it as well. Keep that in mind. I keep mentioning the budget because obviously nowadays everything is just inflating in price, and if you don't want to spend so much money on gaming, the Xbox One is the way to go, and the specs are still really good. Like, a lot of people underestimate the Xbox One. Like, it's a great console. It's still following the footsteps of the Xbox Series X and S. It's still all linked together. You're still going to be able to have, those great specs, 4K, 180p. You're still going to be able to run 60 FPS at a solid rate as well. So don't get me wrong there, guys. Still really great picture with the Xbox One. I think, personally, for me, playing on the Xbox, basically the 360, the one to the Xbox Series S. Obviously, the S is a really great picture. The Xbox One absolutely put up a great fight. To me, I couldn't really notice the difference, but the S, kind of edged out, with the specs. So obviously, I can say the specs have improved, but, the Xbox One is still really, really close to the next generation console. So don't get me wrong there. Now I'm going to be moving on to my third point on why an Xbox One is still worth it in 2024. Now, guys, my third reason on why you should get an Xbox One in 2024 is you're still going to be able to play those modern games. Yes, you're still going to be able to play the latest Call of Duty. You're still going to be able to play the latest games because Xbox have included the Xbox One and the Series X and S players all into one kind of group. Like, basically, it's all on the same kind of cloud kind of system. So when Xbox bring out new games, it's still running, the Xbox One's basically running the new software, basically, that the Series X and S are, or basically next generation consoles. I don't know why I keep saying basically, but it's really pissing me off, but I don't know why. Yeah, anyway, yeah, you're going to be able to run all the next generation modern games, and will it be ideal? Will you get the best rates on the Xbox One? Probably not. But you're still going to be able to play those next generation big titles, not a problem whatsoever. You still probably might have a little bit of frame kind of lag, because I've heard this complaint quite a lot when people are playing the next generation games on the Xbox One. But however, I think it's still great. If you want to save heaps of money on getting an Xbox, the Xbox One is the one, or it's the way to go. It's the one way to go if you want to get into the Xbox type of gaming era. And, you're going to be only paying $250 to $200 to $300 just for this console, just yet alone. So if you want to play the next generation games and just have access to the Xbox Game Pass, no problem, because you can have the access to the Xbox Game Pass library if you got the Xbox One, because remember, it all runs on the same system, the same as the Xbox Series X and S. So you're going to be able to run any type of game on that console whatsoever. So remember, keep that in mind, guys. You're going to be able to do that, and I think that is great about the Xbox, because they've incorporated the one to go with the next generation console. So being able to play the Game Pass games, being able to have access to cloud gaming as well. So if you don't want to load in, you can just jump into cloud gaming and cloud game on your phone through your Xbox One. So remember that, guys. You can basically do everything you want to do on the Xbox One, not a problem, while having an Xbox One. You can still use the Xbox app, you can still cloud game, you can still do all that as if you were to have an Xbox Series X or S. You just wouldn't get the best kind of graphics with it. Now keep that in mind. Now, guys, I'm going to be moving on to my second last reason on why you should get an Xbox One in 2024. Now, guys, the second last reason on why you should get an Xbox One in 2024 is it's still got the multimedia features, same as your Xbox Series S and X would. So you can basically run, Blu-ray discs, you can run normal discs, you can watch Netflix, you can watch YouTube, you can do all of that on your Xbox console. If you don't have a smart TV and you're not going to be paying $500 just to be able to do it, you're going to be paying half that price, and, you're still going to be able to use it for gaming as well. Now, multimedia features, obviously, if you're gonna want to have that access to that as well as gaming, the Xbox One is a great option to go, a great way to save money, and a great way to get around still, to have advantage over those features with. So if you still want to take advantage of those features, I would highly suggest getting an Xbox One. And if you still want to really game and play the Xbox games, the big titles, and have access to the Game Pass, I highly suggest an Xbox One, because you're going to be able to do all of that the same as an Xbox Series X or an X would, but you just won't have the specs. I keep saying that, keep rounding back to that, just to keep that in mind, guys. But for $250 to $200 to $300, around that price range, you're going to be saving a whole lot of dough just to be able to do the same type of thing as if you were to do it on the Xbox Series S or an X. You're going to be able to game with your friends whenever and wherever you like, and have access to those multimedia features. Now, those are basically most of the reasons I've covered, and I keep covering them because they're just great reasons to cover. I'm just stating the facts, I'm spitting the facts here, and obviously it's a great console all around. I cannot get enough of the Xbox One. It got me through high school, it got me through tough times, guys. It got me through a lot of things, so keep that in mind as well. Gaming's a great way to escape things as well, just to keep that in mind. A lot of people like to game to escape from things. The One is going to be able to do that. Now, I'm going to be going into my last reason, guys, on why an Xbox One is still worth it in 2024, in my opinion. Now, guys, my final reason on why you should get an Xbox in 2024 is because those free-to-play games like Fortnite, all those other great free-to-play games, I can't think of the top of my head because I just lost my train of thought. I don't know how I keep doing that. I keep doing that. Anyway, not the point. It's because you can basically buy a console for around $100 to, range up to $300 to play those free-to-play games like Fortnite and those big party games as well that are free to play, guys. Now, if you don't want to spend $500 to $750, $750 on the next generation console just to play those games, you're going to be able to do that, or not a problem, just with the Xbox One. Now, just spending less money to play the new games, as I mentioned before, is just a great way and the best way to go just to get all those features as if you were to buy an Xbox Series S or an X. I've just kind of covered all the points all over again, well, just because they're just the main big points really. Now, cloud gaming, Xbox app, you're going to be able to do all that no problem. You're still going to be able to get the same accessories as well in your store and your shop. So when you're buying accessories, you will be able to get like a headset that's for the Xbox Series S or X. It will still work on the One. That's something to keep in mind as well, guys, because I've done that and bought an Xbox One product and it still worked on the Xbox Series S and X, and that will do the same for the One. Now, there's still a lot of products out there for the One that will support it, as even though, everyone's basically being innovative for the Xbox Series S or an X. So keep that in mind too, guys. There's still being accessories made for the Xbox One, even though it's not directly made for it. It still will work on it. It's still gonna, do the same job. You're still gonna be paying, you're gonna be paying less money for the console yet alone. You're still gonna be, be able to play those first-party games, not to the best experience, not to the best loading times, but it's a great cheap get-around kind of console. It's not the most expensive. If you just want to kind of budgetly game, it's a great way to go. Trust me, guys, it's a great way to go. I've still got my Xbox One. Obviously, I upgraded for the reason because I wanted the next generation, specs. A lot of us have many reasons on why we want to upgrade and not. Some maybe not want to upgrade, and I can completely respect that. Now, an Xbox One, in my opinion, is still worth it in 2024 because of the budget, really, because of, just the games you can play still on it, the Game Pass, the cloud gaming, the accessories still available for it, and the price point for it is just all amazing, and it's just getting cheaper, right now. It's been the cheapest that it's ever been, and you could probably find it for cheaper on the Facebook Marketplace for $80. I'm not even kidding. People are selling these consoles because they don't want them, and if you want to pick up on their loss, basically, because you want to just kind of game cheaply, I'd highly suggest doing that if you want to, game for a cheaper price and, get a console for $80 instead of paying the upfront price of $200, for a pre-owned one at EB Games or on eBay especially. You might as well go on Facebook and just look one up and honestly buy that because, even though it's being used, it's still going to work. Obviously, make sure it works, but yeah, if this video hits over at least 500 views, I will buy an Xbox One off the Facebook Marketplace and review it on the channel. So keep that in mind, guys. I will do that if this video hits its top standards. Keep that in mind. Now, guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up today's video. I've just kind of explained all my points over and over again in kind of the same reasons. The only reason why is because I'm just so keen on talking about this, and basically all the reasons kind of back each other and all come back together. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss out on any great content like this. Remember, guys, every single Tuesday and Friday, a new video drops on the channel, that being a top 5 video and an unboxing video. So make sure you keep your, notification bells on and hit that subscribe button, guys, because I want to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year. If we can hit over that, I will buy the 5,000th subscriber, or something Xbox related, and I'll pick that obviously based off of, my financial status. But anyway, enough about that, guys. Make sure you subscribe and like, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next video.